Hi everyone, welcome to this yoga fit session for your booty. Yes, I'm not even going to try and twerk. It's not going to work. So today is going to be looking at conditioning and working on the muscles in your bottom, your derriere, and we're going to be looking at really trying to target this area and also into the legs a bit so that we can have a nice toned looking bottom. So let's get started. You're really not going to need anything, just yourself and a space that's big enough to do a snow angel on the floor, and that's it. So let's get moving. So we're going to start to get warm by just marching on the spot. So just picking the feet up and breathing, really important to breathe. As you breathe, it brings oxygen into the body and gives you some energy. Then we are going to move to picking up the feet a little higher. So bring your hands out in front of you and start to bring the knees up to the hands. So you may need to slow a little bit to do this, or you might be able to maintain that same speed as you're marching. One more, and then come back to the marching, and we're going to take the legs out wide. So still marching, but legs are wide. So hopefully you're starting to feel yourself get a little bit warmer at this point. Maybe your breathing is a little bit faster. And then we're going to come into flicking the feet up to the bottom. And if you place your hands there, you can check that the feet are getting nice and close to the bottom. Keep the belly drawn in. Come back round to your marching. So we're going to start to sink the breath a little bit, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, lowering the arms down. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, lowering down. Still the legs, and we're going to start to stretch out a little bit. So take a breath in, reach the arms up. You're going to step the right foot forward, take a bend in the knee, lift the arms up, and you might recognize this as sort of a warrior one position or a bit of a lunge. Lower the arms down, take them behind. And then you're going to bring the hands onto the hips and just inch the body forwards a little bit, just adding a little bit more stretch down through the back of the leg and into the glute. So just coming forwards a little over that front leg. Step that leg in, take a breath in, breath out, reach the arms up on the next inhale, step the left foot forwards, and again take a bend in that front left leg, reach the arms behind, interlace the fingers, and then bring the hands onto the hips and just bend forwards a little bit, just coming a little bit over that front leg, feeling that stretch down through the back leg. So hopefully you're still nice and warm. From here, step that leg back. We're going to step the legs wide, reach the arms up, breathe in. Breathe out and fold forwards, hinging from the hips. Soften the knees and come down as low as you can. And just soften the knees so you've got a bit of a bend in the knees. Really embrace the stretch down the backs of the legs. So if you can, sort of straighten them a bit, but just leaving a bit of a micro bend in the knees. Walk your hands over to one side. And then walk them all the way over to the other side. Just really stretching out through the backs of the legs into the glutes. Walk the hands back to the center. Take a breath in, reach the arms out. Unfold from the hips, lifting all the way up. Lower the hands down on your exhale. And then we're going to start to step the legs in and do a little bit of kind of like a chair pose, if you like, or a squat. So breathe in, sit down in that imaginary chair. Breathe out, come back up. Breathe in, sitting down. Breathing out, coming back up. We're going to do 2 more. Breathing. Breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. So just come back to that marching on the spot. And then we're really going to start to work on some of the muscles in the glutes and the legs. So come back into that little lunge pose, stepping the right foot forwards, this time taking a slightly wider or longer stride between the legs. Lift up through the back heel, and you're going to have a bend in that front knee. You reach the arms up overhead, breathing in. Breathe out, sink down. Lift up, lower down. So you're doing almost like a little lunge, and you're really aiming to try and bring the body straight down and just hover the knee above the ground. Each time you lift up, you're squeezing through the glutes, squeezing in through the muscles and the legs, and just really, if you want to get some sensory feedback, you can always bring those arms down and just check in with those muscles. 1 more. From here, you're going to step the legs in, reach the arms up, sit down on that imaginary chair, and just pause and hold for a moment, pressing the toes into the ground, just looking forwards, breathing. Lifting back up on your next inhale, bring the arms down, and then we're going to swap onto the other side. So this time, stepping the left foot forwards, taking a nice stride between the legs, lifting up into that back heel, bend in the front knee, reach the arms up on an inhale, exhale it down, and you're going to lift and lower, driving through the legs, pressing the toes into the ground. I'm going to really encourage you to work out barefoot. So 1, you can get some sensory feedback from your feet, but also you can really press the toes into the ground and help with your balance. 1 more. Lower the arms down. Step the feet in, breathe in. Breathe out, lower down into that imaginary chair. Looking forward, pausing, lifting back up on your inhale, exhaling the arms back down. So we're going to do a funny little walk from side to side. So just stepping over to the left side first of all. You're going to crouch down, again, a little bit like you were sitting on that chair. So sort of crouching down into a little bit of a squat pose, but a bit more lifted. From here, bringing the torso forward, but drawing the belly in, sitting the hips right back. You're going to step to the side in little steps, 1 foot followed by the other. So you're stepping from side and then coming back again. And you can do this with a little resistance band if you want to add a little bit more juiciness, really squeezing through the glutes as you move, driving through the legs and breathing as you go. Come back into the center, stand up tall, give the legs a little shake out. And then we're going to take a breath in and out. Breath in and out. Separate the feet, send the toes a little bit out to the sides. Take a breath in, reach up, breathe out and lower down, bringing the hands down to the chest. From here, you're going to stay lifted and you're going to drive through the legs, lifting yourself up from that little squat pose. So lowering down, lifting up, and really power as you lift up. So squeeze through the glutes, through the legs, press the toes down as you drive up and lower. 1 more. And then this time lower down, and you're just going to hover here. So not completely down, you're hovering up. just a fraction from the bottom, and then drive up, lower down, hold, and then drive it up. One more. Keep breathing, just driving all the way back up to the top. Give those legs a little bit of a shake out. Have a little breather. From here, we're going to lift up the legs behind us, coming into almost a little bit like a warrior 3 pose. So let's start with the right leg going behind, and just start by bringing either the hands out to the sides or to the hips, and you're just lifting that back leg up. And as you do, squeezing through that right glute. This left leg has got a soft bend in the knee, and you can really feel that engagement. Fold forwards a little bit more, and then start to lift up the toes a little bit higher, and maybe even hold that position there for a few minutes. Then draw the knee in towards the chest. Take hold of the knee, squeeze it in. You're then going to let go of the knee, but try and keep it and stabilize it there. Extend the leg out, really squeeze through those glutes. Open up the arms and then rotate in towards that leg. Embrace those wobbles and those shakes, really squeezing through the glutes here. Bring the hands back and then step that leg all the way down. And from here, we're going to move on to the other side. So again, you can bring your hands to your hips or out to the sides. Soften through that right knee and start to extend the left leg out behind. Just taking little lifts through that leg, driving with that glute, squeezing here. You can maybe even bring your hands here and have a little feel of how much that glute is working so hard for you right now. And then we can start to come a little further forwards, so tilting the body forwards and just lifting that leg a little higher. And then maybe extending it and holding it there. Driving that knee up towards the chest, taking hold of it with the hands. And then letting go of that knee. Leaving it as high and extending the leg out. Bring the arms out to the sides and then bring them in towards that leg. Embrace those wobbles, those shakes. Bring the hands back forwards and then step that leg all the way down. Shake out the legs. Come back to a little march on the spot. Maybe even massage out the thighs a little bit. Give the glutes some love as well. So just stretching out through the back of the legs. You're going to extend the right foot forwards, lift up the heel, and then just bend through the left leg, bringing the body forwards, just feeling that stretch coming all the way down that right leg. Pause here for a moment and just breathe. See if you can get that heart rate just lowered a little bit. Start to slow and cool down. We're going to swap onto the other side. Again, taking a bend now in the right knee, lifting up the toes of the left leg to really get that nice stretch going down through that left leg. Stepping the foot back in and then really getting that stretch through the glute. If you soften through the left knee, take the right and cross the ankle over the top of that knee. Take a bit more of a bend in that knee and almost sit down a little bit. And you should feel a nice stretch coming down through the outside. You can hold on to something, maybe a windowsill or a chair. And you can also place the hands just on the outside of that knee, just stretching out a little further here. Bring that leg all the way down, swapping over, now crossing the left ankle over the right knee, sitting down into a little stretch here. One more breath. And then taking that foot all the way down. Take a breath in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, lower them down. Take the legs out wide. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold forwards. Bring the hands down. And just see if you can take hold of either elbow on the opposite side and allow the head to just drop for a moment. You'll notice that you get quite a nice little deep stretch going down through the back and also through the backs of the legs here. And also this forward fold helps to start to calm and soothe the body a little bit here as well. Bring the hands down. Walk the hands over to the left side. Just getting a nice stretch down through the left leg. Coming onto the right side. Again, now getting that stretch coming all the way down the back of this right leg. Bring the hands back to center, press through the fingertips and just lift the chest and the back up a little bit. And then from here, sweep the arms out to the sides, unfold from the hips, lifting all the way up. Breathe out, lower the arms down. Step the feet in, and you are all done. So I hope you enjoyed this Yoga Fit video, all for your booty, and I hope your booty doesn't ache too much. But what you could do if you found that quite easy, you could repeat this video through a couple of times, maybe 2, 3, 4 times over, just missing out the warm up and the cool down until it's warm up or cool down phase. And that will just help to build up your conditioning and really work on targeting your bottom muscles, your glute muscles. So I hope that's helpful. Please share your feedback as always, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next Yoga Fit or yoga video.